In New York City, in the busy borough of Queens, lived a young boy named Donald Trump. He watched the tall buildings of Manhattan from his home. Every morning he saw cranes moving and windows shining in the rising sun. Queens was a place of families and friends. His father, Fred Trump, worked as a real estate developer. His mother, Mary, cared for the home and the family. At his house, stories of buildings and projects were part of every day. The city around him became a playground of ideas. Donald learned early that dreams can grow as high as the tallest tower. At home, Donald played with wooden blocks that he called his first tools of construction. He built walls, bridges, and towers that swayed if he placed a block wrong. He carefully stacked each piece, waiting to see if it would stand. When a tower fell, he felt frustrated but also curious. He asked his father why the blocks did not stay in place. His father would smile and say, "Measure twice and place each block with care." This simple advice gave him confidence. From his mother, he learned the value of persistence. She would say, "When you work hard and keep going, you learn new skills." With each fall and rebuild, Donald's ambition grew. At night, Donald sat by his bedside lamp and flipped through picture books of famous skyscrapers. He admired the shapes of the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, and other glass towers. He cut out pictures from magazines and taped them on his wall. His small room looked like a miniature city. He wondered how steel and concrete could support such height. He read simple explanations about materials and drew diagrams of beams and columns. His curiosity drove him to learn. He loved every new word: steel, concrete, foundation, structure. He practiced saying them aloud. Each word felt like a key to a hidden door. As he learned more, he felt a strong sense of support from his parents, who praised his efforts. On weekends, Donald visited nearby construction sites with his father. He watched cranes lift steel beams and mixers pour concrete. He put on a small hard hat and walked around the site, amazed by the noise and the energy. Workers explained simple steps: dig a deep hole, pour the foundation, place steel rods. The rhythm of the work felt like a dance. Each step was important. Donald asked questions at every turn. Why is the foundation so deep? How do workers stay safe? His father answered kindly. These visits gave Donald a real sense of how buildings rise from the ground. He remembered every detail. His early experiences laid a foundation for his future dreams. At school, Donald shared his excitement with friends. He drew little buildings on his notebooks and explained simple facts about materials. He used words like steel, block, dream, and ambition without hesitation. His friends listened and asked questions of their own. He felt proud to teach them what he knew. Teachers noticed his passion. They asked him to speak in front of the class about his favorite building. Standing in front of his peers, Donald spoke slowly and clearly. He showed pictures from his wall collage and described each building. His voice was calm. His message was clear. With curiosity and support, anyone can learn about construction and pursue their dreams. Each night before sleep, Donald thanked his parents for their help. He said in his mind, "Thank you for teaching me to dream and to work hard." He felt a warm sense of hope. He imagined one day walking among the skyscrapers he saw in his picture books. He dreamed of making them shine. With each day of play and each moment of learning, his foundation grew stronger. He knew that simple building activities and kind words from his parents would guide him. In the city of New York, where dreams rise and fall like tides, Donald began his journey. His childhood foundations held promise. His dreams were as bright as the lights that lit the skyline at night. And this was just the start. He felt ready for what was to come. In school, Donald looked forward to each new day with excitement. He loved entering the classroom and seeing rows of desks, each one a chance to learn something new. Mathematics was his favorite subject. He thought of math problems as puzzles waiting to be solved. Whenever he saw an equation on the board, he pictured it as a building challenge. Find the right pieces so everything fit together perfectly. He worked slowly and carefully, checking his steps twice, and felt a deep satisfaction when his answers were correct. History lessons held a different magic for Donald. He listened to stories of ancient leaders and great events, imagining himself walking beside them. He learned that the past could teach important lessons about courage, strategy, and teamwork. He often closed his eyes for a moment and pictured the scenes that his teacher described. He found that he could remember facts more easily when he saw them as part of a story. Group projects gave Donald the chance to practice leadership. His teacher once asked the class to work in teams on a small entrepreneurship assignment. Each team had to design a simple real estate idea. Donald's group suggested small, eco-friendly apartments near parks. He helped organize their work by writing down each member's ideas and assigning clear roles. Some classmates sketched building designs, while others wrote simple financial plans. Donald guided the group to combine their work into a short presentation he would give at the front of the classroom. Standing before his classmates, Donald felt a steady calm inside him. He spoke slowly, choosing easy words so everyone could understand. He held up a poster with hand-drawn buildings and explained their features in simple terms. Our apartments use solar panels. They have large windows for natural light. They cost less to run. The class listened quietly, and when he finished, they clapped. In that moment, he understood how clear communication and teamwork could create something real. Outside the classroom, Donald enjoyed sports as another form of teamwork. He played baseball and soccer after school. On the field, he learned that winning required more than skill. It required trust and strategy. When he passed the ball to a teammate at the right time, he saw how cooperation could lead to success. When his team lost a game, he felt disappointment but also learned how to encourage others. He cheered his friends and told them, "We will do better next time," showing that a true leader supports the team even in hard times. Donald's leadership grew further through a volunteer reading club he started for younger students. Every Thursday afternoon, he walked to the library with a stack of simple books and sat with a small group of first graders. He read to them in slow, clear sentences and helped them sound out words. When a child read a difficult word correctly, he gave a gentle nod and a smile. He found joy in each small success and saw how teaching others made his own skills stronger. In his diverse classroom, Donald worked with friends from many backgrounds. He learned new words in different languages and heard stories about celebrations and customs he had never known. This variety of perspectives opened his mind. He realized that a strong team needs people who think in different ways. He remembered a classmate who suggested using bright paint on a project poster because it would catch the eye. Donald had never thought of that idea himself, but he was happy to use it. At times, Donald faced challenges that tested his confidence. A history quiz might include dates that he forgot, or a group project might have disagreements about who would speak first. In those moments, he felt frustrated and worried that he did not have all the answers. Yet he learned that asking for help was a sign of strength, not weakness. He turned to his teacher with questions and to his classmates for feedback. He practiced patience as he listened to their ideas and adjusted his own plans. Each success and each struggle taught Donald an important lesson. He saw that leadership meant listening as much as speaking. It meant helping everyone in the group feel valued. It meant turning mistakes into chances to learn. By the end of each school year, Donald felt a growing sense of pride. He knew that he was not just learning subjects like math and history. He was learning how to work with others, how to guide a team, and how to speak clearly so his ideas could come to life. As he walked home after a long day at school, Donald carried his books in one hand and his notebook in the other. He wrote down new ideas and thoughts about what he had learned. He felt ready for the challenges of tomorrow. In each lesson, each game, and each project, he built a stronger foundation for his future. His school years were not only a time of study, they were a time of growth, leadership, and understanding that real success comes when people work together toward a shared goal. In college, Donald stepped onto a campus filled with energy and ideas. He chose to study economics and real estate because he wanted to understand how buildings, markets, and money all worked together. He attended large lecture halls where professors spoke about supply and demand, market trends, and the cost of construction materials. At first, the concepts felt complex and his notes filled with unfamiliar terms. He spent long hours in the library reading textbooks and simple journals, highlighting key phrases and writing down questions to ask in class. Slowly, he found that each theory made more sense when he connected it to real buildings and neighborhoods he knew from Queens. As the semester continued, Donald faced his first big challenge, a case study requiring a detailed plan for sustainable housing. He met in a small group with classmates from different countries. Together, they researched local needs, analyzed data, and sketched designs for apartments that used solar panels and community gardens. Donald's role was to gather financial figures and negotiate a budget that balanced cost with quality. He worked late into the evenings, checking each number twice to avoid mistakes. When their presentation day arrived, he spoke clearly and slowly, using slides he had prepared with simple labels like resources, costs, and benefits. The professor praised the team's work, calling their proposal both realistic and inspiring. That moment gave Donald confidence to face future tests. Outside the classroom, Donald discovered the value of networking. He joined a real estate club where members listened to guest speakers, including developers and city planners. At one meeting, he met a young architect who shared tips on sustainable materials. They exchanged contact information and later met for coffee to discuss a small joint project. These conversations taught Donald that meeting people and exchanging ideas could open doors as much as any grade. Donald also kept a daily journal of his college experiences. In each entry, he wrote about a challenge he had met and the steps he took to overcome it. He described moments when he felt stuck, like a tough exam on market analysis, and how he asked classmates for help or reviewed practice problems until he understood. Reflecting in writing helped him see his own growth. He noted that each small victory, such as improving a grade or finding a new contact, added to his determination. As the year ended, Donald prepared to join his father's real estate company for a summer internship. His first assignment was at a small apartment development where he learned to negotiate with contractors. One day, windows ordered for the site arrived in the wrong style. Instead of panicking, Donald called the supplier, explained the error, and offered a clear solution. Exchange the windows within 2 days, sharing the extra shipping cost. His calm tone and clear proposal convinced the supplier to agree. Watching the new windows arrive on schedule, he realized that negotiation and clear communication were as important as any technical skill. Through these experiences, Donald built key qualities that would guide his career. He learned negotiation by finding fair solutions in tight deadlines. He practiced resilience by tackling difficult case studies and bouncing back from early mistakes. He honed research skills by gathering data for group projects and market plans. He improved his presentation style by speaking slowly and using clear labels. He valued networking by meeting professionals who offered insights and opportunities. He embraced sustainability by proposing green housing features and community gardens. Finally, he adopted the mindset of an apprentice, learning from experienced colleagues in his father's firm and applying lessons directly on site. By the time he finished his college studies, Donald felt ready for the challenges of the real world. He had built a strong foundation of knowledge, skills, and connections. He understood that success in real estate, as in life, requires a blend of theory, practical experience, and the ability to communicate and negotiate with others. With each step, from lecture halls to construction sites, he moved closer to his dream of creating buildings that combined quality, innovation, and real benefits for people. Over the years, Donald Trump's journey took him from a curious boy in Queens to a confident leader in business. He began by stacking wooden blocks, learning that patience and care help small towers stand tall. In school, he treated math like a puzzle and history like a story, discovering that clear thinking and listening to others make teamwork possible. On sports fields, he learned strategy and support. In college, he faced tough projects and long nights in the library, finding that steady effort and asking for help to build both knowledge and courage. His first steps in his father's real estate company taught him negotiation and calm problem-solving when things went wrong. Through each stage, Donald showed that true success comes from simple habits. Stay curious, work hard, and learn from every challenge. He asked questions, took notes, and shared his ideas with classmates and mentors. He turned mistakes into lessons, whether rebuilding a fallen block tower or finding a fair solution when the windows at a job site were wrong. His story reminds us that growth happens one step at a time. You can apply this lesson in your own life right now. Break big goals into small tasks, just like building with blocks. Practice patience by checking each step. Ask friends or teachers for guidance when you feel stuck. Celebrate each small win, and use every setback as a chance to learn something new. Congratulations on listening all the way to the end. By following Donald's story, you have also strengthened your English listening and understanding. Now let's test your attention with a fun little quiz. What volunteer activity did Donald start in school? A. A reading club for younger students. B. A sports coaching group. Type A or B in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss new lessons. If you'd like to support us, consider donating to help cover our early stage costs. We create these stories for free to help you learn English, and your support keeps us going. Thank you.